I have had the idea for this dress in my head ever since I recently heard the song I Just Want to Make Love to You by Etta James. It wasn't the first time I had heard the song, but it came up and I was like, yeah, this is it. So I want to do an act to this song, and I pretty quickly came up with the idea for this dress. I was seeing, honestly, a little bit more of like a 60s, it's still 50s, but it's a little bit more of a moving into the 60s silhouette that I'm thinking of. I figured I could use this pattern that I already have that looks like it's from the 60s. Look at her beehive. And I want it to be a little bit longer, so I'm hoping that I can just like extend this a little bit. Hopefully that works. I also want to make this dress a little bit like snug, so that kind of scares me a little bit because it makes it a lot easier to make a mistake with the fit if I'm not going for like a intentionally looser fit. But I want this to be, you know, a little bit snatched because I'll be wearing it on stage and I want it to be very glam. I found this fabric. I got it from Fabric Wholesale Direct. It's a faux silk. It's polyester Dupioni? Dupioni? Is that how you say it? But I mean, and usually I really don't like using polyester. I don't really love wearing polyester unless it's like a sweater and it's like gonna keep me really warm. I like to have at least a cotton blend, and you know, when I choose to make a dress, I'm always, if I can, I'm choosing to use a cotton. But this is for, it's like a fancier fabric, and this was affordable, and if I were to buy actual silk fabric, like the authentic version of this, it would be like over $20 a yard, and I'm not doing that. At least not right now. And I found a lining, because I feel like the lining really matters, because if I'm wearing this for a burlesque act, I'm taking it off. So people they're not going to be paying attention to the lining, but it's the little attention to detail that I really think is special about burlesque. And I'm trying to get into like including linings where they're necessary, where they can help prolong the wear of the garment and enhance the experience of wearing the garment. I will be making this very pink dress, not with this jacket, but this version, and I'm gonna try to extend the skirt a little bit, and it'll give very like, I don't know, I hope you see my vision, because I am sick of just having the vision. I'm ready to get to work on this. I'm going to add beads, which I'm really excited about. I ordered beads from Etsy, and they are these magenta AB beads. They're super tiny. Obviously this isn't gonna be enough to cover the whole dress. I'm thinking I'll do like little clusters of like 3 beads dispersed throughout the dress, so that like wherever the light is hitting, it's gonna hit a few beads and it'll be really pretty. And these things, you can't see what they are. They're gonna be so gorgeous. There are like 10 of them. If I need to order more, I will, but I'm gonna try to work with what I have and strategically place the ones that I have all over the dress. And so yeah, I just really want to get the dress made. It's a pretty simple pattern. Usually I'm making something with a big skirt, but I'm kind of excited for this like pencil skirt. Then once I get the dress made, then I can just put my little doodads all over it. This is gorgeous. I just cut out the lining and I'm kind of wondering, yeah, I'll have to do all the darts in the lining as there are on the outside of the dress. I am loving the shape and I think the length is going to be just fine. And yeah, I'm just going to have to literally do the same thing to the lining that I just did to the outside, and then I can start putting them together. So I've been working on the lining for the bodice. It smells really weird. It smells like pencil shavings. And I added these thingies, like these cups, to try to like keep like shape. And you know, underneath my costume I may have, well, I will have pasties on. I don't know what kind of bra situation I will have under this. Maybe, I mean, I just have this connected with like one stitch, basically, not one stitch, but I just stitched a little and then back stitched on my machine, and if I need to take it out I can. So now I'm gonna try to put the bodice together. I've been working on this for all night. Honestly, it's like very beautiful. Okay, the thing is, it is like very, almost nearly too small, but I can like connect it here, but like I have trouble like here, but like I'm gonna put the zipper on and see what happens. Because I don't know, maybe the zipper will like add that little tiny bit of extra like room that it might need to fit. But I don't know, it might be wishful thinking. If the zipper doesn't work, I'm gonna do like a corset situation in the back, and yeah. But it's really pretty and I really like it, and this is honestly one of the best constructed pieces I have ever made. It's like, it's not perfect. I knew right away the armholes were gonna be too small for me, so I cut out a little piece of fabric, you can see it, and I used that to kind of extend the shoulder on both sides. If I need to, I can like cut deeper in here before I put bias tape on this. I really hope this works. I did say, you know, I was gonna try to let it be a little bit snug, so we'll see. Honestly, I can't believe it. I sat down and I felt it pop a little bit in the back, but that's okay. I'll just I'll reinforce the zipper and I'll make sure that it's extra strong in certain places. I consider myself lucky. Maybe I'll try to like, I don't know, loosen it up or take it out in some places, but I'm pretty glad that this fits. I might cut these a little bit more. I mean, this is fitting around my arms fine, but it might be beneficial to cut the armpits. I suppose it's not really as like smooth as I would like it to be. I might be able to like smooth it out in some ways. I've been working on this all day. It's the next night, and I have, by hand, I've stitched up the zipper a little bit better. And I'm thinking, okay, so right now I have on a waist cincher under this, as well as I have like this boning type situation that I put on the inside of the dress, just right here. And I have it stitched in just in one place, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and stitch it completely down so that I have, you know, some smoothness, like some more smoothness, and it's not, you know, bunching up a whole lot. It's a little bit stubborn to zip up. Like once I get past the waistline, it's a little bit stubborn to get the zipper to go all the way up. But I can zip it up, so that's the important part. I need to finish the shoulders still, and I need to hem it and also stitch up the back here. I do kind of like how it's like that, and I've decided to make a boa to go with this. But honestly, I keep going back and forth between a white boa or a black boa, and depending on the color of the boa, I will put matching tulle in the little opening here. So I'll stitch up the hem and all the raw edges, and then I will allow myself to put the beads on. And I think I'm gonna take 2 of these little things and put them right here. Because I think that will be very, very cool, very fun, very like campy and burlesque. So it's been a minute since I worked on this dress. Really okay. So really the biggest obstacle for me with this dress has been the zipper and the matter of getting in and out of the dress, because the zipper was like very stubborn. Like I could get it zipped, you know, but right where the seam was, right here, like in the center, like where the bodice met the skirt, it would like get stuck, and I'm like, this is just not it. This is just not gonna work for me. And the zipper like kind of started to like tear a little bit. So I'm like, let me just take this zipper out. So I took it out and I ordered this stuff from Amazon, like this lace, like this stuff that I can use to like lace it up. I installed that. And then I tried, oh my god, it was such an ordeal. I was so frustrated. It took me so long to, long story short, that's not gonna work. So I got a little idea for what I'm gonna do instead. So I picked up a brand new zipper. I just got one at Walmart. I hope it's long enough. If it's not, I'm fucked. Well, no, I'm not fucked. I'm just, it won't be the end of the world. I think it should be long enough. I'm just gonna wiggle out of it. I don't care how tight it is around my hips. I'm just gonna deal with it. This zipper is gonna work. So I gave myself a deadline. I'm gonna be performing this act on May 10th. I have the choreo, you know, it's cooking in my brain. Right now it's like in the oven. That is my brain. It's cooking, it's baking. But what's really gonna help me is if I have this costume all sorted out. And I need to just get this, I need to get the closure figured out. I'm gonna use some of the spare pink fabric that I have from this dress. I need to find it. So if I don't have it, then that's gonna really suck. But I have extra. And I'm gonna simply attach like a strip here and a strip here, and then it'll make it just a little bit looser, and it won't have to like travel, the zipper won't have to travel like past a seam, you know, so it'll make it a much like smoother journey for the zipper. I'm just gonna like take out the rest of this you know, hook thing. This, I don't even know what to call it. And I'm so like tired these days that it's like, I'm just lucky to be alive. That sounded really bad. I'm just lucky I have the energy to do anything. I'm planning on having a bit of like, I'm gonna keep it kind of open in the back, kind of like, I feel like that's kind of scandalous a little bit and like kind of like cheeky. I'm gonna use some like black tulle and like some lace that I have, and I'm gonna like make almost like a little like train, a very tiny little train, little bustle type situation. And let's hope that looks good. Let's hope that all of this looks good, okay? Anyway, I'm gonna listen to some ASMR, and I'm gonna like try to see what I can do with this. I feel much better about this. And it looks a lot better. I need to close up the back here, but this needs to be like up here more. I need to just reposition this thing because it's gonna drive me crazy. It does not go down as far as the other zipper, and it's still a little bit like, what? You know, to get it zipped, it's like, but oh, it's way better than before. Oh yeah, that one has to be like right here. I need to mark it very carefully. Yeah. Now I can move forward. Hello, you are in need of an update. I have made a few things. I'm gonna add 2 clips to this so that I can clip it onto my head. I curled these feathers just with a curling iron, and I was able to individually curl a few of the little wispies. I've struggled with it. I've done it before to feathers, but I was struggling with it this time for some reason, and I don't know, but I can keep working at it. I do want to curl this one at least a little bit more because it sticks up a little bit, and I want it to have, you know, a real nice curl. I think that gives it such a nice antique-y look. The beading on the dress, I have started. Okay, that looks pretty stunning, okay? That's not all of the beads. I have some beads, some fuchsia beads left that I will maybe disperse in a few other places. I am gonna be gluing on rhinestones, little white AB rhinestones as well. And I attached some of like these things. Some of these, honestly, in like random places, and I'm just trying my best to make it look balanced. I have tried this on, and this little bustle thing looks really good, so that was good. I didn't need to worry about taking that off because I hand stitched it down. And I think, I don't know, I'll put some kind of embellishment right here, because like this isn't a raw edge right here, but it is just kind of like, I kind of want to have something to cover that up. So I have 10 more of these little thingies. Change of plans. I moved. Now I have this awesome sewing / burlesque room to film in, and I realized that I never showed you some things before I performed this act. This boa is extra long and made with fuchsia tassels that I found on Etsy. As you can see, I went with black tulle, not white, because I decided that the main two colors of this costume were to be pink and black. And I think that was the right choice. I mentioned in my last video how easy these are to make. I added little beads to the boa and also to the dress. I did not use rhinestones on the dress like I said I was going to. Sorry, I lied. And the beads look like little raindrops, and I think they were a good and necessary addition to the costume. There are a few that I sewed to the dress that are now loose and need to be repaired before I perform this act again. I lost a few beads from the boa as well, but that's to be expected, honestly. I ended up adding more of the white bead clusters to this dress, and I also attached some raindrop beads to the little train that I added to the back of the dress. I did not use tulle for the train, it's just the same pink fabric. But most of the beads held up really well, and I felt really beautiful in this dress. It's got a really good weight to it too, thanks to all the beads. And in the future, I may still add some more beads and rhinestones since you can't go wrong with more sparkle. You guys also still need to be shown the lingerie. I have seen this bra and matching garter belt on Amazon for quite a long time. Has anyone else also seen that you can sometimes find old Dita Von Teese lingerie on Amazon? I'm not sure how that works, but this bra and garter belt were available there in my size for really cheap, and they just happened to be my chosen colors, so I finally got them and added some rhinestones and black lace to make them a bit more extra. The bottoms that go with this set don't seem to be available anywhere, but that's honestly just fine because it was super easy to just pair up black thong with them for my performance. I think I literally used a $3 black lace thong from Walmart. Also from Amazon were the fishnet stockings that I've been using for performance, as well as the long black velvet gloves that I wore. A very special element of my costume are the pasties that I got in Las Vegas when I went to see Dita Von Teese back in February. At the time, they were only available in her Las Vegas gift shop, and my boyfriend bought me these pair, and they are so beautiful, and I just love them. They have sticky backs, and whatever adhesive is on them is very, very strong. I have not had to reinforce them with my own tape yet, and they're pretty heavy. And I am an avid tassel swirler, and they are holding up. I won't be showing them on here on YouTube for a number of reasons, but I'm planning on starting a Patreon where it may be safer for me to show my twirling. I love tassel pasties. They're a big part of the fun of burlesque. I love this costume. It needs more rhinestones, but I'm proud of how much DIY I did with this entire look. I will be doing a video about making feather headpieces like the one I'm wearing here. I love this one so much, and it was fairly easy to make, so you better believe I'm making more in different colors. If you like my content, go ahead and subscribe. I'll be making more now that I have a designated area in my home to be creative. I will also eventually create a Patreon where I'll show things like full performances, a deeper and more frequent dive into my creative burlesque process, which I'll be calling Burlesque Brainstorms. And I'll also show a bit more inside info about my clothing line that I'm planning to launch pretty soon. Let me know what you think in the comments, and thank you for watching.